And perfect. All right, good afternoon. Welcome to Mastermind Monday, brought to you by the Acceleration Network, where we come together to collaborate, mastermind, resource share, and really facilitate community through cooperation. And today, I'm missing my co-host, Gio Roper. We have some incredible mentors that are a part of our community that are here today. We also have our guest presenter. We do a 5-minute, what we call Power Up Talk, where we bring in a featured presenter to share inspiration, education, tools for success in your business. If you're watching us on Facebook, click on the live link, businessaccelerationsummit.com/MMM. And if you're here in the Zoom, make sure you go to our Facebook, which is facebook.com/Business Acceleration Summit, and like and share and comment so that we can get lots of people spreading and seeing the good news. So when we start out, we basically have 5 core elements that we work with at the Business Acceleration Network. And today we're going to be able to encompass a few of them. But if you come to any of our live events, part of why we're called the Business Acceleration Network is that we find that when we bring in these 5 core elements, that it really accelerates our progress and where we're going in record time. Much like the SBA, or the Small Business Association, or administration in sports, like you can come and get mentors, but a lot of times you might have to wait a month before the next meeting, or you might have to wait a while to get the feedback. And what's so great, and this is kind of our open forum, this is our open forum where people can get a taste of our community, is that you can as long as you can ask the question, you can get instant feedback. So the first thing is crafting that perfect pitch. That's the message that you want to share. That's it could be elevator pitch. We often call it our conscious calling. And this is so that it's compelling and magnetic, so people want to know more and learn more. And that's really at the basis of what we feel is important, because if you don't have that perfect pitch, then it can be, you can either be magnetic or repulsive. And so we want to invite you to be magnetic. And we actually have joining us today a master copywriter, sales copywriter, and one of our mentors, David Dunworth. So he can absolutely help you with that. Hi, David. The second thing is joint ventures and collaboration. So we invite you today, as you're listening and learning with our community, be looking at is there a possible collaboration? Is there a way to joint venture? And even if they might appear to be competition, we found that when 2 people come together with a shared vision, you can find where your strengths and weaknesses are and actually feed on them. So collaboration and joint ventures. The other thing is mentors and team. This is a great place to really get to know people and grow your team, because in order to really grow where you want to go, you can't do it alone. And we're in a time and an age where that collaboration is a currency that helps us thrive. So what's so beautiful, we have individuals like David and Kathy and even attorneys that'll show up, and you have a chance to hear and learn from them firsthand. The next thing is to mastermind, which is what we do at the tail end of what we're doing. And that's where you come with a goal or a challenge or an idea, and then let everybody give you feedback and give you information and resources. So of these things, when we come together and really focus on bringing these pieces together, you're able to accelerate your growth. So the first thing we start with is your pitch. Now, we don't do a ton of coaching here, but we can in the chat room, or if this is a place where you want to work on your elevator pitch, then please join what we call our collaboration hot seat, where you get to mastermind on that. So this is, everybody gets 30 seconds if you've been here before, 45 seconds if you're brand new, or less. I know, Kathy, you've been remarkable at getting some of those in the 15 seconds, 16 seconds time period, but this is where people get to know who you are and what you're doing. And if you're watching, please think about, how can I help this person? Is there something that I can give or contribute, or who do I know? Then we'll get into our Power Up Talk, and then we'll get into our mastermind. So who would like to start out with their introduction? Marty, I'm going to have you go first, and then you can choose who goes next.
You're having me? Okay. All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Imagine being able to kiss procrastination goodbye, and to do that in a way that you can sustain your growth and development, and to really have a plan and a strategy that every time you get stuck, you can break free. I'm Marty L. Ward of Marty L. Ward Coaching, and Marty L. Ward Coaching, and go to my website at martylward.com and contact me, and we'll get together and do a 45 free breakthrough session.
Yay. Thank you, Marty. And Marty's our guest presenter today. Marty, we're at 40 seconds. So just a little.
I know. I thought you were talking and I wasn't being heard. And so I stopped and I was like, but that wasn't happening.
I was coughing and asking for water. So sorry.
Oh, okay. And I thought, wait, maybe I'm on mute.
No. You could hear me. Okay. Thank you, Marty, so much. And Marty, I don't know if I heard you mention, I keep nudging her every time. She's been featured in Huffington Post, and news and media, and somebody that's a celebrity in our circle. So Marty, who would you like to have to go next?
I'd like David to go next.
Thank you, Marty. Hi, I'm David Dunworth from Marketing Partners. And I don't know if you know, but a lot of professionals get stuck where they're at. I work with dentists primarily, but attorneys and a couple others. They get stuck. I call it being at point zero. And they want to get somewhere else, and I call that spot hero. So I take dentists and attorneys from zero to hero through a massive communications bundle that I work with them and coach them on. You can reach me by texting my name, David, to 64600, and I'll be glad to share more info.
30 seconds. Bravo.
And I would like to choose our newly published author, Regina. If anybody hasn't noticed in the accelerator, she's a featured writer in this month's issue. Just came out.
Yay, Regina, congratulations. And David, real quick before we move to Regina, I just want to say thank you for continuing to support our community and support our Future Leaders community. Those of you that are not familiar with our Future Leaders, we actually sponsor young entrepreneurs to attend our live events, but we host a bi-monthly, oh, somebody's ringing here. We host a bi-monthly gathering with some of our high-level, actually, King's Counsel and Trust, the founder, and we work with them on financials, navigating clarity, dealing with just life stuff and meeting them where they're at. So it's really a great opportunity, and David has been a sponsor of multiple participants to attend. Marty, I believe you've sponsored in the past too, Future Leaders to participate. So thank you both for not only believing in what we do here at the Business Acceleration Network, but paying it forward with us for our Future Leaders. All right, Regina, you're up.
Thank you. Thank you so much, David. I'm very happy that I get to contribute. So thank you for that. I am Regina Rosa Celeste Ozeransky, and I help people get out of their own way, whether it's health, wealth, or spiritual awareness. I help you get rid of the blocks that are holding you back from living the life that you're excited and inspired to live. And I do that through a variety of ways, including yoga, meditation, transformation coaching, soul language, and over 25 different tools and techniques that I apply to help people create amazing lives. You can text me at 64600, text the word yoga to learn more. Thanks.
Right at 30 seconds, girl. Good job.
Thanks.
I love the clarity that I'm hearing you get. It's really beautiful that you're finding ways to encompass all that you're doing and clear on the benefits. One of the things that's powerful when we deliver craft our messages is talking about what's in it for others. And you did a great job.
Thank you.
You get to pick who goes next.
I would love to pick Kathy.
Okay, sorry, I was muted. And Shannon, I did not get you sick. I cannot send this illness through this machine. I'm just going to put that right out front.
Okay.
Although I am still coughing. Thank you.
Oh my goodness. That's not a good birthday present.
Over a month now. Unbelievable. Okay. So if you have suffered a loss of any kind, I am the person who can help you. I am Kathy Dart Wagner, the Empower Your Purpose speaker. I am also a #1 best-selling international author and international speaker who has learned through the hard way how to get through loss to move from pain to a purpose. So contact me. You can text the word gold star to 64600 and I will be more than happy to talk to you. Thank you.
Wow, that was quick. 25 seconds.
Yeah, it wasn't rehearsed, but there you go. That's big news, though. I have become a #1 international bestseller, and I haven't even published my books yet. It was in another book.
Bravo! Congratulations.
I know, isn't that exciting?
Yes, and you can add that to your book, too, which will be really great to stand out.
I know. It's some people contacted me and asked me to put a blurb in a journal book. And believe this, I'm day number 147, which is May 26th, which is, when you read Jeffrey's book, you'll know that the 26th was a reoccurring number in his book, if you're into numbers. So, interesting.
Wow.
The universe moves in mysterious ways.
Yes, and leaves us little signs and angel keepers all over the place.
Yeah, cool stuff.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to your pre-sales of the book and also sharing with people how they can get involved as a sponsor.
Absolutely.
All right. We actually have one of our future leaders that joined us. Oh my goodness. Nicholas, are you going to be able to say hello? Nicholas is actually a dad.
Yes. Hello, everybody.
Hi, Nicholas.
How are you?
I'm doing well. We're doing our quick introductions. Did you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm on the road at the moment, so I'll make it brief. Yes, Nicholas Imbornoni, student, just graduated, working part-time Valiant Air Command and participating in some workforce development programs with NASA.
I don't know if you heard.
Glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Connected to NASA. So, Nicholas, I know, is there anything that you are looking for from the group today or support with?
I'm just listening today. Just being an observer today.
Okay, perfect.
Thanks for asking, though. I appreciate it.
Yeah, we're here if you need it. And I'm real excited about the connection and the introduction from Saturday from our group. I got to hear a little bit behind the scenes, and that's some pretty big stuff. So look forward to seeing what unfolds. And Nicholas, thank you for being part of our community.
Of course, you got it. My pleasure. My pleasure. I'm honored to be part of this community. So have a great one.
Perfect. Okay, so now we are going to do our Power Up Talk with the amazing rock star Marty Ward. And before I read her bio, I just want to share a little bit about my personal journey with Marty. Marty, by the way, are you able to track your 5 minutes, or would it be best if I track the 5 minutes?
I can do it.
David could do it. All right, he'll give you like a 1 minute warning. So Marty and I have gone back many years, have had the honor of working with her as a client. She's participated in a lot of our media magic. She has been our poster child of going out and getting publicity for her amazing cause of helping create confident kids. We've watched her go to Africa and impact tens of thousands of children, helping eliminate beating and bullying, and really showing them how to live in harmony and build confidence. On a personal note, Marty, a number of years ago, and sorry, let me bounce back here. She has a book about procrastination and kissing procrastination goodbye. And I remember a number of years ago going to a networking event and getting ready for the first time to produce an event. Having produced lots of events, this was a new one, traveling halfway across the world. And I was a little bit nervous and not pulling the trigger fully and stepping into my power. And just from a short conversation with Marty, she was able to really pick up, number one, that I had a block that I wasn't aware of. Number two, how to clear the block. And within a short period of time, was able to get me, after our conversation, to leave with more confidence, more certainty, and actually go out and sell out the event. And so her stuff works. After that, I worked with her as a client, and I love the clarity and insight and personal power, so that now as I step into making decisions and making choices and maybe bumping up against those edges of being afraid or procrastinating, now I understand why. And so, Marty, I love you. I am super grateful that you're taking time today. Now I'm going to read her formal bio. Today she's going to be talking about 3 tips to a more confident you. She's a success coach, making the unknown known as a transformation strategist and noted kiss procrastination goodbye expert for the last 12 years. She's guided hundreds, and I have to say, Marty, you say hundreds, but your work has impacted thousands of entrepreneurs, business owners, and sales teams to blast past overwhelm, communicate more effectively, and reach higher levels of performance and profitability faster than they ever could on their own. She's a noted author of Get Clear, Get Confident, Get Going, dynamic certified international speaker, and she does engaging workshop trainers. She uses her lessons learned from over 35 years as an entrepreneur. Marty, you don't look like you could have 35 years of an entrepreneur. Extensive coaching experience and masters in social work to inspire audiences to turn procrastination and stumbling blocks into jet fuel for their success. She's been appeared in the Huffington Post, Fox, CNBC, and seen on Channel 13 News, and is a featured speaker at conferences for women, teachers, and business owners. So with that, if we can give Marty a big virtual round of applause, so we're not super noisy on the phone, on the web. 3 tips to a more confident you. Thank you, Marty.
Oh, thank you so much, Shannon. You've been amazing in your support and generosity and kindness, giving me and many, many entrepreneurs an opportunity to be on stage and to have moments like this. So I very much appreciate you and love you very much, as well as supporting my causes and water filters and sponsoring, and been wonderful. So, 3 tips to have you believe in yourself. Why I do that is I want adults and children to believe in themselves so strongly that no one can ever steal it from them. Having been bullied for decades and been a school-based social worker and teacher, as well as working with entrepreneurs who've been impacted by the effect of bullying, I really want people to be able to understand what I grew to understand. Bullying was the greatest gift I could have received because of the work I'm now able to transform it into. And to know that, that bully is not just that external person. It's also that mind chatter that we have in our heads that has us, believing that we're not good enough, never going to make it. Maybe my mother or father or sister or brother or boss was right. I won't make it. And I want you to be able to have the sense that you cannot listen to the bully, because if you don't believe the bully, you're not hurt. And so one of the tools that will help you to be able to not listen to that bully is to give yourself a break and let yourself off of the hook. So often, as I say, we're beating ourselves up. And instead of you beating yourself up, what you want to do is to stop and to breathe. because as I teach, you know, this bump on the back of your head, that's where your limbic brain is stored. And when we're in that limbic brain, that fight or flight, freeze or appease brain, that's when we're going to recycle, not good enough, not good enough, not good enough. And what you want to do is get out of that and to believe in you based on who you are. And so when you take a deep breath, you literally drop into your frontal lobe. And this is where your thinking brain is. This is where you can process information. And when you can get there and start to look at that feeling that you're having, because really what stops us and why we procrastinate is that we don't know how we feel. And we're in that limbic brain, we don't know how we feel because we're just in reaction mode. But when you get in your thinking brain and you allow yourself to say, wow, I don't feel good enough today. And to allow yourself to ask yourself, well, where am I not good enough? What is it I need to learn? Where is it I need to grow? Rather than running from it, you want to embrace it. And once you can look and say, you know, if I don't learn Facebook better, I am not going to make it. That's true. So what course can I take? Can I call up Sherry Martin or what other person who teaches it can I call? What skills do I need? And then to say, where am I good enough? So what you do is you own where you're at, not good enough. Ask yourself, where am I not good enough? And then transform it into, well, where am I good enough? Well, I'm good enough to learn. I'm good enough to practice. I'm good enough to be able to figure out the next steps to take. And that's how you can start to transform that mind chatter of beating yourself up into turning that, transforming that into action. Another tool, and this is hard for many of us, is to put yourself first. What? Who taught us to ever put ourselves first? You have to be generous, you have to be kind, you have to be the good little girl and the good little boy, and you have to always be thinking of other people first. And well, that's what's got a lot of us broke. Being the good little girl and the good little boy has gotten a lot of us broke. And it's not, you see, the more you focus on you, the more you focus on nurturing and caring for you and doing what's best for you, that's when you're going to have more to give others. That's when you're going to feel more confident, more secure about you and have more to give. And a third tip is to believe in you. And I know everybody tells you to believe in you, but base it on your talents, your abilities, and your gifts. Tags, as I call them. Tag yourself for success every day based on the reality of who you actually are. And that's how you can fall in love with yourself. So on my website at martylward.com, there is a free tips of 7 magical life-changing tools that you can get. So at martylward.com, click on the free sign up and you will get 7 magical life-changing tools that will give you the rest of these tips. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Did she still have more time, David? Okay, so Marty, do you
said 1 minute? So.
Oh, okay.
You said you have a little bit less than a half a minute left.
Okay.
Go ahead, Marty. Take it up.
So your talent is what you love to do. Your abilities are what you need to do it. And the gift is that special thing that you offer as the realtor, as the marketer, as the coach. What makes you unique to your industry? That's what your tags are. And use those to actually fall in love with you and believe in you.
Marty, what is the website?
MartyLWard.com.
And to get the gift, you mentioned a gift. Do you mind mentioning that one more time?
MartyLWard.com, and on the site is the a free opt-in for the 7 magical life-changing tools.
Beautiful. And so, Marty, I would love if you just took a moment to talk about you're getting ready to go to Africa. In a moment, we're going to open up the collaboration seat. So anybody that's on the Zoom, in the collaboration seat, this is a chance for you to mastermind. If you want to be in the collaboration seat, just raise your hand or put it in the chat room so we can focus on you, and you'll share a goal, success, challenge, and we'll be able to help you with that. But Marty, before we get into that, I'd love if you just took a few moments to talk about what's happening in Africa. I'm going to go ahead and just for a moment share right now, because I just want to talk about the elephant in the room, because sometimes people say, well, we have this stuff happening in America, and what are you doing in Africa? And I just want to share my personal view on that, is that we're global citizens, and we're all brothers and sisters, and we got to really look at what's happening globally to help impact what's happening here. And Marty is very active in the United States, and she actually has more obstacles with our country embracing this stuff than she does in other countries. So please, open your heart, open your mind, listen fully with what she's doing in Africa, because this is the stage. She's having incredible impact, and I've just been so blessed to be watching. I remember the first time you went, and I was on WhatsApp, and you're posting pictures, and you're sharing how you showed up, and they didn't have your clothes, and you didn't have clothes for 5 days, and just really 7 days. So I know that you're getting ready to go to Africa. Please pay attention if you're watching, because I'm going to ask you to share how people can support you and get involved.
Well, I just want to put out a special thank you to David Dunworth. He has been most generous, given water filters, and he's supporting Cooley Mary as one of our scholarship children, and he's putting her all the way through, and I'm going to cry because it's so important that they get to go to school, and that they're not on the streets, and they're not being trafficked, and that they get to have their dreams come true. And as you can see why I do this work, God put me there. I'm on the advisory board of the Hunger Project. I support the rescue mission. I'm here giving teachers free training so that they will learn what is happening in Africa, as what's happened in Uganda, where we've reached 83,000 children who know that they matter, that are not being beaten anymore. Isn't this interesting? And so obviously this is how much it matters to me. I ended up there because I was put there, because Pastor Booney Alex found my book on a pile of books to be burned. And he emailed me and he said, I want to learn more, because he was bullied and it changed his life. And so since 2015, I trained him on the internet. 2018, I went twice, and now I'm going back again. And so the team over there has reached all of these children. One of my team members since the fall has gone to 50 schools, so that another 18,000 children are being serviced. So I'm taking 48 water filters with me, and to sponsor a water filter where you get a picture and your name on the website and mention in social media, and an hour coaching with me, which is worth $250. It costs $250 to be a sponsor. But what's so amazing is that the Evident Foundation is matching every dollar, $5, $10, $20, whatever it is that you have, whatever change is in your pocket. That's great, because that will all add up to another filter. And so, when I went over there, and the children are literally drinking water out of a puddle, like Parasite. In fact, Cooley Mary went from one school that had a water filter to a school that didn't have a water filter, and she ended up getting typhoid fever twice. And that's just not okay. Right. It's just not acceptable. And so we want to make sure that that doesn't happen to any of our sponsored kids, or the schools where the kids are using our materials, and the teachers. There's a decrease in the dropout rate of 66% in the schools where we have taught. At churches, their congregations have doubled, tripled, and quadrupled through this philosophy. And so I go where I'm wanted. I go where I'm needed and I'm wanted, and that's why I'm there. And to be able to just know that these children have a future, and they had nothing before. When they're not in school, they're in the field. They're 5, they're 4, they're 6 in the field all day long, drinking puddle water and hoeing the ground. So we've got to get them to have their dreams come true. Any support you can give, please go to confidencebuildsuccessacademy.com/water-filter, water-filter. And you can donate any amount and it will be most, most appreciated.
Marty, maybe you could put that in the chat so that people can have it. And while I've got the floor here for a second, I just want to let you know that Marty's not alone. She's got tremendous amount of support in Africa. And I'm in regular communication with Pastor Booney Alex. In fact, every month he gets a piece of change for him because he'd been working out of his pocket doing all of this stuff before Marty came along. She was able to get them an auto. It's hard for me to talk about it, and I've never been there. But she was able to get them an automobile so that they can get around from parish to parish and increase their mission. And he always lets me know how Cooley Mary is doing. She's going to be 20 years old here pretty soon, and her schooling's going along great. I get letters from her. I send her letters, although I'm way overdue on one for her now. But they're just wonderful, grateful people, and it's all because of Marty. Thank you.
Thank you, David. Yeah, I'm taking a Cooley Mary, her own personal water filter, so we'll keep her safe.
Beautiful.
And thank you for your support. Yeah, if you want to support a child, it's $30 or $60 a month, whichever. We've got, we need to be able to provide them mattresses, and I'm looking for a sponsor, someone who can like give money just to be able to, when they need a mattress, they're sleeping on the floor, they don't have a blanket, they don't have shoes, they go to school, but they're sleeping on the floor on the cement. And so, you know, we've realized that as time's going on, guess what? It costs more as they get older. And so 100% of the money goes to the scholarship. None. We make none. 100% of your money is going to support the child that you pick, or that you get, shall we say.
Yeah, one more note on Marty's success is these girls who were usually the water bearers for their families were kept from school, and through Marty's efforts in teaching and that sort of thing. These poor girls weren't even getting hygiene products for themselves as they enter into their womanly area. You know, there was nothing available for them. So we make sure that, at least I make sure that Cooley has everything that she needs. Sometimes it's medication, sometimes it's personal care products, and, you know, a Christmas gift and a birthday gift and stuff like that goes a tremendously a long way. So if you have anything in your heart, please find room for one of those kids.
Thank you, David.
Thank you, David. Thank you, Marty. Yay. So what day do you leave, and how would people follow you? Because you're such a joy to follow on the journey. Are you going to be posting on Instagram or anything like that?
Well, wouldn't that be clever? We are going to put a page. We have Confidence Build Success Academy now as a web page, as a Facebook page. And Deborah Fitch, my fabulous executive assistant, is going to be posting pictures. Also, I'm going to create a landing page on the website, and it's really fun to see the videos of the kids and the pastors, you know. And so we'd love to have you follow us and share. And, you know, you can still, if you get inspired to throw in $5 or $10 more, that'd be great, because we're still over there. We're getting them supplies. So again, they can reach further and reach further. I'm going to Kenya, where one pastor said, Marty, how many people do I need on my team? I already have thousands who want to know what you're saying. How am I going to manage the thousands of people that are already reaching out to me? So, and there's even going to be a building in my name. Oh my God. So there, I mean, it's like, oh my God. Anyway, so, it's just anything you can give is just deeply appreciated.
So Marty, I'm going to use this as a coaching moment, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to give this came from one of our mentors, Bert Oliva, who, if you follow him on Facebook or social media, he has potentially millions of followers in all different platforms. And one of the things when I was working with him, he shared the power of Instagram right now. And what he suggested, and I've tested it, and it's 100% accurate. Not that I wouldn't believe him, but just, things change all the time. But if you post on Instagram, you can actually feed it directly to Twitter and your Facebook page. And Facebook actually likes Instagram more than its own posts. So I will actually, like you'll see today under, Facebook, shannongranich.com, I posted just the regular post about you being here in Mastermind Monday, and then I posted one that fed directly from Instagram. And I will guarantee you, the one from Instagram will have way more likes, way more followings, and just the algorithms really like that. And the other piece that I love is it saves time, because then you're posting in one place. Now, the pain in the butt is that you got to do it on your phone. So
I did hear that there is an app now for the computer, and that's the problem that I have, is that it's this.
Yeah, so what I do, Marty, to bypass that is I will post it where I want on Facebook. Now, however, your pro page, I would leave your pro page to have that. So I'll post it on Facebook on my computer, and then I'll access it on my phone. I'll save the pictures, I'll save the text, and then I'll do it from there. So I will go on my computer and do it first, but not to where Instagram's going to feed it to. So Instagram, on my case, feeds it to the Shannon Granich, my pro page. So I'll do it on my personal page or wherever else, and then I'll go on there, I'll save the photos, and it's really simple from that piece. The other piece when you're doing this is to really tap into the hashtags. And I would suggest before you go to Africa, or anybody that's doing any sort of hashtags, have those hashtags preset and pre-done. To post a picture without text or hashtags is wasting your time. Like, I'm following somebody right now, and they have the best images, the best posts. They're not doing any text and any hashtags, and he literally gets 1 or 2 likes. I mean, it's crazy, because he's missing the boat with those pieces. So make sure that you take the time to have the text and write something, and in there, if you can hashtag certain things, but have pre-written hashtags, and maybe 3 different categories that have Marty Ward and that, but be ready to tag things that might be happening in the moment of inspiration and water and whatever it may be, Africa and teachers. And you can do, I believe on Instagram, it's up to 30, it might be 35 hashtags, and max them out, because that's what gets your followings and your likes. I'm on here often. If I see something that, this morning I saw somebody and they posted, and I clicked on the hashtag, and it showed me all types of other things. So make sure when you do your posts that you're including those hashtags, so that you can get your followings and your likes. And he shared a story, and again, I tested all of this because I love being a good student, first of all. So I'm not saying I tested. It was like I was just following what my teacher told me to do. But he shared this story about how he posted an image and a quote of I think it was Gary Vaynerchuk or somebody, and I ended up doing it with like Dale Carnegie. And so I ended up tagging and hashtagging Dale Carnegie. Well, my likes just from that one post increased substantially, just from piggybacking on somebody else's, a popular name or a popular word. So please take the time to because this is a big mission, and I want to see you have that big movement. And when you post, I want to see you reach more people. So utilize those pieces so that we can help you grow.
Thanks for the kick in the butt. I'll do it.
And hopefully that inspired others too. So
yeah, exactly. It's for everybody. I mean, everybody needed to hear that. It just happens to be, this. But yeah, we all need to do it. And I know, and I have a page. I actually have an Instagram, and need to do something with it. That would be clever.
Yeah, it's great. It works. It definitely works, and worth the time to post there. So now we had somebody volunteer to get in the collaboration seat, and I have to say, I think she is amazing at using Instagram. Not that she's getting in the collaboration seat or masterminding about Instagram, but I do follow her on Instagram. I love how she tags and hashtags and writes words of inspiration, and so make sure, Regina, that you share before your collaboration seat, your Instagram. And those of you that are watching us on Facebook, please, there's still time to join us. We've got the collaboration seat open. You can go to businessaccelerationsummit.com/MMM for Mentor Mastermind Monday. Bye, Nicholas. We love you. He said, Marty, thank you for sharing your story. Blessings to all. Thank you, Nicholas. You're an amazing father. We love that you're, living the dream and doing what it takes. So thank you. You're definitely gonna want to know Marty. I've learned a lot about parenting from Marty and language. So she's great at that. Bye, Nicholas. So with that, Regina.
Hello again. So yes, thank you so much for the opportunity. So one of the things, remind me, Shannon, how the hot seat,
So
this part goes.
You have 5 minutes. Great question. Thank you for asking so people know. You have 5 minutes. And in that 5 minutes, we invite you to use, be quick, clear, and quick on your ask, because ideally we want time for David and Marty and Kathy and all of us to give you feedback, even those on Facebook. So you want to, ask and then allow time and space for people to contribute. So goal, challenge, something you're trying to accomplish that we can give you feedback and help you with.
Awesome. Thank you. I have 2 things. Perfect. So first and foremost, thank you for the opportunity to share my Instagram. I would love to do that. And it's pretty simple. It's Yogi Real Estate Reg. So if you go to Instagram, you can find me there, Yogi Real Estate Reg. I think I've had the same profile pic for over a year now to make it easy for people to find me. And that's also my Facebook page as well. And 2 things that I could use support in right now is, as I'm helping support people with transformation through wealth, health, and spiritual awareness. As I mentioned earlier, I do that in a couple different variety of tools and techniques that I offer. And that's from my background in real estate, yoga, and meditation and spiritual awakening, combination of my own experiences and tools that I've adapted and brought into my teachings. So I have 2 programs right now that I'm offering. One is the 3-month program, which offers a soul language session. A lot of people ask me, what is soul language? And so that's one of the biggest things that I could use support with, is understanding when I communicate soul language, what is the question? Because people ask, what is soul language? And so it's a communication, it's a method of communicating with your soul is what it is. And so in a session, you get to learn who your 3 languages or how your soul languages show up in the world. And if anyone has feedback on that, that'd be great.
So thank you, Regina. So one of the things is, a lot of times when people ask a question, what is it? They want to know, how will it help me? They may be saying, what is it? But they don't necessarily need, you want to share a little bit about it, but it's like, how will it help me? So being a big advocate of soul language, and I've done the business, I've done the money, I've done the personal, some of the things I know that it's done for me is it's helped me get clarity. It's helped me access information and feel more certainty and confidence with making decisions. It's also helped me understand who I am and why I do what I do. Like I'm a politician and this is as you say, a healthy politician. But once I understood, like it literally says in a politician, like builds platforms for other people to have a voice. Like I never understood, why do I like doing events? Why do I like doing community? What does that look like? And it not only gave me that certainty and that structure, but it also shared with me how I would navigate when I was being conscious and unconscious. So I would bring in also, Regina, that piece of where there's pieces of us and how when we're conscious, it helps us move forward, and when we might be unconscious in that aspect. So I know we have a lot of soul language also students and individuals. Anybody else want to contribute to Regina and her ask?
Kathy, you had a hand up. Kathy, you had your hand up. Do you
I
still
have my
want to
hand
talk?
Sorry,
I
didn't
thought
mean.
so. Okay.
So, mute. Regina?
Yep. And thank you, Shannon, for your feedback. That was really powerful. Thank you.
So is it Yogi Real Estate Reg?
Reg for Regina. Short for Regina. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then say your question slightly different so I can hear it better.
So, okay. Soul language. A lot of people have questions on what that is. So what is it that people want to know about it? Like, how could I answer the question more efficiently?
Okay. And I guess what Shannon just said is what's the outcome? I don't care. I don't care what it's called. I just care what is it going to do for me? And even depending on your audience, of course, whether or not to even use those words, soul language, because people off. I was told by someone, don't ever tell them, Marty, that you're going to teach them how to feel, because no one wants to know how to feel. Wait until they're your client and then you're working with them, and then tell them you're going to teach them how to feel. In other words, instead of giving them the soul language, unless you want to narrow your audience by using that, but just give me the results and I'll give it to me as long as I get it.
Okay. So maybe, and this is kind of when I do my commercial, so to speak, or my 30 seconds, I communicate that I help people transform. And that's one of the modalities that I use to support people in that.
Yeah. So I'm going to piggyback on what Marty said just for a minute, because and anybody that's watching that's in a multi-level marketing, I often tell people, if you're in a multi-level marketing, don't start with I'm an Amway, because you automatically shut people out that think that they know what Amway is and what it's done. And so, Marty, you just really hit on a gold mine. You may say, hey, I'm certified in a process that's been proven to blah, 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 blah. So that's huge, Marty, what you just said. I've never even thought of that. And I would, Regina, I think that if you can, and you don't even have to say you're certified. You can say, I have a process that is proven to do this. And then once they get in and you're working with them, or it feels right, share more. Is that kind of what you're going, Marty?
Exactly. Because nobody cares how. They just want it to happen.
Absolutely. That's really valuable.
If you said I had to stand on my right foot for 5 minutes every day, and I was going to make $30,000, I'm going to stand on my right foot. I don't care how it happens as long as I get my results.
Love it. Cool. Thank you so much. That's so helpful.
David, did you want to contribute anything?
You're welcome.
No, I'm pretty good. I have taken the soul language course with somebody, and I found it very beneficial. But like I think Marty said, it's not for everybody. So striking on your ideal audience is, where you're going to get that 2% out of the marketplaces that's actually interested right now. Just her commentary was excellent.
So, Regina, does anybody else want to say anything first?
Well, I do have something to say now.
Okay, good.
So I think, like Marty and everyone was saying, that it's more about maybe just saying, if you'd like to learn more about yourself and why you do the things you do in order to run your business better or whatever, kind of make it more generic, more general, like Marty's saying, and then get them as your customer and then go into detail to explain it. Because even though I know a little bit about soul language and have been told what mine are, that it didn't do anything for me because I don't really know that much about it. So, I mean, I understand that, yeah, that's me to a T, what they are, but that doesn't tell me what to do with them. So I think if you keep it more generic to get them in and then explain more what it does, I think that makes a lot more sense.
Awesome. Okay. This is so great. Thank you guys. This is awesome.
All right. And it'll help you stand out from the rest. Absolutely. Okay. Marty, were you interested in getting in the collaboration seat, or Kathy or David?
I'm sorry, getting in a collaboration seat or?
And then I said Kathy or David. I started with you.
Yeah, well, I can always use help. But you gave me a lot already, so I think other people may have their opportunity.
Okay, let me just check in with Kathy. Kathy, is there anything that we can support you with?
Well, I need help, but it's a lot of things, so I don't even know where to start. Right now, I've been having a lot of issues with panic attacks because I have to sign contracts and push buttons to send my books away, and it's kind of like giving up part of me, so it's been a little scary. And if you've written a book, so maybe you understand that. You have to let somebody else have it at some point. And this is really hard for me because to me, they're like my children. So, because it's their story. So that's been kind of interesting that came up this week. So that's going on. And other than that, I'm actually writing my book, which is, unbelievably, I'd written 40-some thousand words in it already, but I haven't seen it in like 6 months. So to go back and read it, it's like, wow, I wrote that. That's pretty cool. So it's interesting because I haven't seen it in so long. It's kind of interesting. That's where I'm at right now.
Beautiful. So do you have, I'm not a rep with them, but I've used them and they've been a great resource. Do you have Legal Shield by chance?
No, I don't. Mm-mm.
Do you know, David, are you a rep by chance?
Oh, really?
Yeah, so David would be somebody to connect with. Legal Shield is really, oh my gosh, like I just want to do a quick disclaimer here before I go into Legal Shield, just because we have attorneys in our network. An attorney that can work with you custom on you is really powerful because they can follow you on your journey. And so I'm a big advocate of having your own attorney. And I also am a big advocate of Legal Shield because it's it's like the cheapest way to access attorneys. They review contracts, they help collect bills, they send letters for disputes, they help you with your will. I mean, there is so much that they do that is just crazy. It's like the price in a year of what you might pay an attorney, and you get hundreds of hours of potential support. So
yeah, I've heard of it. I just, in fact, I've had people approach me with it, but I've just never got involved in it. But yes, because attorneys are really hard to get them to return your call sometimes.
and they actually have a requirement with the field of how quick they return your calls. So you might want to get with David and just explore what that looks like, because
yeah, I'll ask him about that. That's cool.
Yeah, it's amazing. David, did you want to add anything about Legal Shield? They might help with the anxiety a little bit. Just knowing you have.
It's just me. It's like when I sent the books to the content editor, Kim actually had to push the button. She reached over me and pushed the button because I wouldn't do it. I kept asking questions. She goes, just send them. So yeah, it's just me. But
so
I'll get over it.
David, do you mind sharing just for a minute about Legal Shield? And I didn't realize you were a rep, so that's really great, and that should be something we promote.
Yeah, it's actually not something. There's a lot of things that I do that nobody knows about. So, yeah, when I signed up originally, I actually got an attorney that was assigned to me. So you actually, get a name and a contact person, and you can call them, and they will do a variety of things. I think how they do it, is to give you that free advice / review of a contract or what have you in the long-term effect that, when you do have something serious, there you go. You've got a relationship already. But yeah, it's well worth the few dollars that it is. So I'll get some information for you.
It's definitely, I have it too. I've used it many, many times. Many times.
All right, thank you. I'll look into it.
Yeah, I'm in Illinois. My thing is in Illinois, so Marty's probably the better person to work with.
No, I'm not a rep. I just am a member.
Oh,
Yeah, there's that other, what's that lady? There's I can't think of her name. No, she's big in the WPN. No,
Jocelyn. Well,
she's down in Miami, but anyway, I know, I'll think of it. It'll come to me. Rogers.
Patricia Rogers, but Jocelyn Schumann is in the Melbourne
She's
area.
in there too? Okay. All right, cool. All right.
I don't know where you live, but.
Tampa.
Oh, okay.
Area.
Either one then.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You can use David. It doesn't make any difference. I don't think, David.
Okay.
just hook up with somebody you feel comfortable with. That's all. You've got a lot of names here. Ginny Jolly from CEO Space is a huge rep with Legal Shield too. So.
Okay. Okay, thanks.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, so let's do final remarks. We have 3 minutes left. David, would you like to go first? Well, let me do my quick commercial because I haven't said anything about what's going on here. That's okay. It's been really, really, really exciting. We're working on a couple of magazines this year. We're working on the cruise coming up in October and 2 major events. We also are doing some Taste of the Summit events throughout Florida and been aligning with some co-hosts. We have one in April in West Palm Beach that we're looking at. And so just kind of like a taste of what we're doing here. We do this in live in person. And what's great about the events is we tend to bring in not only remarkable people that are showing up here, but people that you may not be able to rub elbows with on a regular basis. And we have a lot of fun. Our Trailblazers is our club. We've got lots of great resources that are happening. But this year, it's going to be on the map. So those of you that are just starting, we just celebrated our 1-year anniversary of our band club. So I'm really excited. David, thank you so much for being a founding member. I'm really grateful to have you kick us off and ride the wave this year. And we have implemented an AI membership system that we just rolled out about a month ago, or we did a soft launch. So there's a lot that's happening. And if you want to be a part of a community, you want to be engaged in some events that give you a platform or a voice to share, or you just, you're tired of doing things alone, please reach out to us and let us know. You can contact me at meetshannon.com. And there you'll be able to see, you can book time, you can access all my social media, or you can text 64600, 64600, text BAN-FAM for Business Acceleration Network Family, BAN-FAM. You can also there get a directory of all of our current awesome members that we're playing with. So with that, closing remarks, David, you go. And then we'll go Regina.
Well, congratulations once again to Regina for her great article in the Accelerator. If you haven't gotten it. Oh, Kathy, did you receive yours in the mail? Has it showed up yet? Okay, good. Good. I'm just looking forward to another great year. It's going to be, I think, as Shannon said, there's a lot of stuff ahead, which I think is.
Just thanking everyone for your attention, thoughts, and care, and look forward to continuing our relationship and growing that. And I am here if you need anything, coaching or otherwise.
Kiss that procrastination goodbye.
That's it.
Regina, you're going to go next, but real quick, because David is so humble and he doesn't always promote himself. Attorneys, dentists, doctors are really his niche. So if you know anybody who wants that marketing support, David's the guy. All right, Regina, and then Kathy.
Yeah, again, I love this community. Thank you to all of you and those that are going to tune in later. David, thank you for your support and helping get my word out through the publication. I'm very excited. I already have a couple people responding to my post, which is fun. And Shannon, thank you for being the light that you are and supporting us the way you do and up-leveling all of us. And I'm really excited for this year. If there's anything I can do to support anyone, I'm looking forward to it. And Marty, I'm really excited to learn more about what you're up to because I see it's big. So thanks for sharing your magic with us today.
Thank you.
Global. All right, Kathy.
Yeah, Marty, I'd like to donate to one of those filters before you.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you.
So I can do that on your webpage too or whatever.
Yes, please. That would be
Okay.
so generous. Thank you.
I've already got that on my computer right now, so I'll look at it when we get done.
Thank you.
Just a lot of, pieces moving in my life right now. Everything's moving fast and forward. So it's kind of funny how things go along slow and then all of a sudden they take off. So, and it certainly would help if I would feel better. So I keep hoping for that. I have more doctor's appointment this week and next week. So hopefully somebody can figure out a way to make me feel better because this has not been a good year so far for 2020 medical wise. So.
As I told somebody on the phone the other day who was complaining of something similar to you, I said, my grandmother had an old recipe that really helped out. And you make the hottest cup of tea that you possibly can, and you add honey in it, and then you put at least a half a lemon's worth of juice in it and 2 shots of whiskey, and you drink it down as fast as you can. It really doesn't help with anything but you don't really care anymore. So.
Yeah, well, that probably wouldn't work for me because in March I haven't had a drink in 27 years. But it could be a reason to start. You never know. So.
No.
Anyway.
Just take out the liquor. It works great.
I got you. I could try it virgin.
Kathy, do you mind sharing with people how they connect with you again? Would you do that?
They can text the word gold star to 64600.
Gold star. Beautiful. Thank you for being here. Next week we have a remarkable guest. I'll post it in our group. If you haven't connected with us, we've got a Facebook event. Please like and share this video, and I will see you all next week. And I will see, because all of you are members, I'll see you on Wednesday at our Trailblazers Mastermind. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.